Hey everybody, and we're back here on the comic book wall, and we're talking to Danny Earls. We basically chose Danny for one main reason. Batman today, I don't know how, don't know why. So, and I gotta be honest, like, I grew up with the 1966 Batman.
Right.
Adam West.
Okay.
The bat suit, that was him.
The original Batman,
yes,
right?
And I'm sorry, but that was as kitschy and anything
campy.
But it was awesome. I'm sorry.
Comic book stuff.
Yes.
Comic book.
But Cesar Romero as a Joker.
That's right.
He was the bomb.
He was awesome.
He was. And I was on every day after school around 4:30. And so it was so I get to watch that. So that was my Batman. So I'm just let the two Batman freaks talk now. As you do, Miss Batman Thesis over here. How she graduated from university, top of her class with Batman.
That's
Hate
awesome.
you.
I love
Hate you.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this, Danny?
Professionally about just a little over 18 months.
Woo!
Yeah, not too
you're
long
a baba.
Yes.
Is a baba.
Yes. No, it's been great. I was fortunate enough to break in with the big two pretty much, actually, to be fair. Yeah, my first job was for Marvel.
Wow.
Then DC came. So yeah, I've been fortunate enough to be working ever since, pretty much. I worked on the majority of my work has been the Hulk. I've done like 9 issues on the Hulk, and right now I'm in between other jobs that I can't really talk about.
Dude, you can't talk about this. We won't get paid.
Exactly.
So, as we said to everybody else, can you just throw a bit of pixie dust down? Like throw a little.
I don't even think I can. I got a new story that's out next week. It's a Catwoman story. That's out next week. The preview came out yesterday. So that's with Patton Oswalt and Jordan Blum, actually. So that's my first time drawing interiors in Gotham City, which is like a dream. So I'm excited for that to come out.
Y'all need to get together on this. Yeah, you do. She'll tell you where you're fucking up. Don't you worry about it.
I know myself where I am.
No, but it's funny because I love watching Batman with her. She's like, that's not it.
That's not it.
That's wrong. That's not comic book accurate. Well, what's really funny for me now is I just got finished working on my, not first film set, but I got to kind of watch a friend of mine, and she was doing the script supervisor, which I really, really want to do because I'm like so anally retentive, and it's like continuity. That's not right. Continuity. It must be the same for you when you're drawing. You're like, did I do that right?
Of course. Yeah, it's super important in comic books. Like continuity and storytelling is the most important part.
Absolutely.
Cool images are amazing, but storytelling is the most important.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's kind of what I love as well, the continuity. Listen, there's so many different storylines in Batman that there's a certain general continuity that runs through it, but you can kind of go off in various different directions as well, which is also cool about comic books,
What's your favorite Batman villain?
That's a good question.
And you are not allowed to say the Joker because that's
No, the Joker is
given.
not. He's not.
There you go.
Man-Bat is probably my
Okay.
favourite, actually. Yeah, I
Wow.
wrote my own little Man-Bat story, and I was actually using it for my samples to break into DC Comics. Yeah, so the kind of obviously the juxtaposition of Batman and Man-Bat. Yeah, he would probably and Talon. I love actually Talon from the Court of Earls as well. That really made an impact on me when I was breaking in. So, but I would have to say probably I love drawing horror books, and Man-Bat is cool to draw as well. So that's
Yeah.
right up there. Yeah, definitely. What about you?
Apart from the Joker, I would say Scarecrow.
Okay, Scarecrow's. Jorge Jimenez done a run on that recently, and he was amazing at it. So I've not really ever got into Scarecrow. I can see why people love him, but I prefer the more horror kind of stuff as well. So definitely Scarecrow.
I mean, the one thing that I thought in the 1960s watching it with Grimp and the baddies on the Riddler always got me. He was so crazy, and just a lot. And when Jim Carrey did it, I was like, oh yeah, this is the bomb. Oh my god.
That's it. Like there's a fine line. Like the Christopher Nolan movies are awesome, and I get it, but I prefer like the Tim Burton movies because there's a fantastical element to it. Like the villains are supposed to be villains. Joel Schumacher probably went a tiny bit too far for me. But if you can find a nice balance in it, that's what that world's supposed to be. It's crazy villains against Batman. It's not just a dark detective movie. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, and I think that too. So we've asked everybody else this and say, who's your favorite Batman?
As in live action?
Yeah.
It'd have to be Michael Keaton. 89's my Batman. I love Michael Keaton. He is so
Michael
cool.
Keaton.
If you can't say Kevin Conroy, it'd be Michael Keaton. But if it's all live action, Kevin Conroy, but definitely Michael Keaton. If not,
He just was. I love it.
Yeah, and I kind of like Tim Burton's kind of. Did he know Batman Inside Out? Probably not. But I think Michael Keaton played Bruce Wayne very well, as well as Batman very well.
I think for me, you got. I don't want to say two different people. It's almost kind of like saying, Christopher Reeve, Clark Kent, Superman. But he made it so, I don't know. you could say, yeah, they aren't the same person at all, but
Definitely.
it was his portrayal of it was
And we got a lot
outstanding.
more of Bruce Wayne, like in the Nolan movies and stuff. We seen Bruce Wayne, but we didn't see him doing a lot of other things other than interacting with Alfred and stuff. We see Michael Keaton kind of out and about in his apartment, in his house, and stuff, doing stuff, and you could kind of actually see the difference between them both. But I'm born in '89. So that 89 Batman just resonates, just hits home to me, so it's perfect.
Well, I mean, come on, Jack.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Who
That's
else
what people always
could
say,
have
the Joker.
played the Joker?
Exactly.
He was a
He's
really
my
good
favourite Joker too. I love Heath Ledger, but that's not my favourite film, so Jack Nicholson's my favourite Joker.
That's a solid one. What's your favourite Batman storyline?
Court of Owls.
Very good. Good answer.
Yeah,
I approve.
That's without even thinking. Now, I love Hush. Hush is one of my favourites because it got me into comics. But Court of Owls, it was right in the time when I was breaking into comics, or trying to break in. It got me hook, line and sinker.
The Killing Joke is also good.
Yeah, Killing Joke. Listen, there's so many amazing Batman stories, but right at the time when I loved it, Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder, just couldn't have been any more perfect for me when I was breaking in, you know?
Yeah.
I got a lot of reading to do.
Yes, you do.
I actually own a lot of Batman comics.
Right.
I've read none of them.
Well, there's a lot to read. Long Halloween, that's a great
Long
one.
Halloween is
that,
excellent.
Yeah. But yeah, no, listen, Batman's for everyone. There's loads of different
Oh,
so cool.
But I mean, for me personally, like when the Batman movie came out with Adam West and them, and we all sat down and we watched it. And like I said before, the best thing about Batman's utility belt, the shark repellent. I mean, come on.
But that's what Batman
it's
is.
Supposed
like
to be
it's
over the top. You know,
that's why the
and
Robert
fun.
Pattinson one was amazing. But it's not for me. Batman isn't that super dark character. He is, but he isn't. If you get me, you're also supposed to have the lunatics out there in the world.
Yeah.
It's not just a crime book. It's If you took Batman out of the Dark Knight, it would still be an amazing film. It's like Heat or something, right?
Yeah.
So I love Batman being in with his villains, where the villains look fantastical and crazy as well. You know, not too far, but just as much, just enough.
I'm going to ask both of you. What did you think of Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face?
I like for what it is. I love it. It fits into that world perfectly.
Yeah.
Because the Harvey Dent Two-Face in the Dark Knight again wasn't utilised enough, I don't think. Because he was Harvey Dent and then became Two-Face and then died, and it's like, that's the relationship with Bruce and Harvey is he's trying to bring Harvey back from Two-Face because they're close.
Yeah.
But then if you're going to go Two-Face, go over the top like Tommy Jones. He's just so cool.
So Danny, thank you so much for spending time with us, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a great
Cheers.
time. All right, take care.
You too. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us here for our last interview from MegaCon Live Dublin. We had a blast. We look forward to seeing you at all the many, many cons around Ireland the rest of this year, 2025. The next one on our list, of course, Dublin Comic Con Spring Edition. And remember, you can find us on all social media platforms. May the Force be with you on the way to Mordor with your letter from Hogwarts, and live long and prosper.